As if it's when it says it's waiting to tell people that we've
know,
started.
that's right.
Is that actually?
I don't know, but I just got told.
You got notification.
I got notified that you're live.
Dude, I haven't gotten the same. I don't know what that means. All right.
Morning, everybody.
Welcome to the 44th episode. Last one of 2021.
That's right. That's right.
Your two favorite realtors on the internet.
Sandy Roberts and Bryant Lovett. Guys, proud to stand before you guys today. Honored to stand before you guys today.
Last time of
2021.
2021.
That's right.
I mean, in some ways, been a blur, and in some ways, it's been a long year.
It has.
But all that to say, we've been journeying with you all this time.
That's right.
And Brian, I'll say on the front end, and then we'll kind of follow back here.
Yeah.
Always humbled when people say, we watch your video.
Yes.
You know? I mean, again, I know probably our live audience may not be as active.
Yep.
Not a problem. People are checking in at different points.
That's right.
And when I hear that, that means the world.
Oh, it pumps us up. It really gets us excited.
That's why we do it.
That's right. One of your people came up to me. I had a mask on, just my eyeball showing. Costco walks up to me and, hey, are you one of the internet's two favorite realtors? I was like, you bet I am.
And
that's
exactly
who I am.
Please know that it is the internet's. Right. Not the triangle, not Raleigh, but the internet,
full
the
internet.
expansive internet, whatever that entails.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Well, guys, listen, in our last episode today, we're excited to bring we're going to talk a little bit about kind of current stats, which we just had the Triangle Area Residential Report came out. We call it the TAR Report in our world. We're going to get you some cool facts or very relevant facts there.
Yeah.
Hit forecast for 2022,
Yep.
and then follow up with just a few final notes from your two favorite realtors on the internet.
That's right. That's exactly right. Undisputed.
So, Brian, you want to start maybe with a few? I'll try to fill in.
Right.
But the TAR report, really, just for those who don't have any idea, for us in the industry, that is kind of an amalgamation of some of the best data that comes from the multiple listing service, which was what populates Zillow, Trulia, and all the third-party websites you visit.
That's right.
This is primary kind of source data that really gives us kind of a metric-based but storyline that we're trying to bring to you.
That's right. Yeah, and then you got to read it, but then you got to interpret it, right?
Right.
Because facts can be misinterpreted. We can certainly look at trends and then come to wrong conclusions. So we do our very best to compare what we're seeing in data form, also with what we're experiencing.
That's right.
Because we are in this every single day, every single week, and it's been one heck of a year. We have been slammed. And so it's good to pull all this together. The TAR report data that we've got to work with this morning and bring to you this morning is giving us what November did.
Yeah.
And November numbers are in, so we're going to analyze that. We're going to bring you some of those stats. Guys, it is daunting out there when you're out searching for properties and when you're trying to find homes that are active. A couple quick stats that are immediate. Like I'm talking like as of this morning.
Yes.
If you're looking $350,000 and below, $350,000 and below, you only have 167 listings to choose from in all of Wake County.
Yeah.
In all of Wake County. 2 days ago, that stat was 189.
167 right now.
167 as of today. 2 days ago it was 189. It does ebb and flow, right? But that's nothing. 167 is just about nothing. I remember the days, and so do you, when we would send home searches to our clients with very specific criteria: bedrooms, bathrooms, garage, maybe a certain specific amount of land. We used to tailor make these MLS searches and send them to them, and they would be 202 listings or 250 listings available. Bless you. Yeah, it was crazy how many homes were available back in our not so distant past.
And that's detached, and is that like detached and attached?
That's detached and attached.
Wow.
So condo, townhome, single family home. Guys, you only have 167 listings available to you in the Wake County market as of this morning. If you're looking 250 and below,
this stat is what kills me.
This one, especially for those folks that are looking at their incomes and they're like, my income's not going up like I'd like it to, especially with what home prices are doing. You're only at 50 listings. Only 50 listings.
Which would, we kind of take a step back and we'd say, as a first-time home buyer, that's a pretty, I would say, kind of an average price point, 250 and under. Yeah. You have 50 homes, and some of those may be in less than desirable areas. Those could be, shacks for all that we know. We're not talking about move-in ready homes.
That's right.
50 properties.
50 in all of Wake County. Just so some perspective on this, that includes, obviously Raleigh, Wake Forest, Rolesville, Youngsville, Knightdale, Wendell, Morrisville,
Parts of
Cary, Zebulon. You've got Cary, Apex, Holly Springs, Fuquay Varina,
Morrisville.
Garner. Guys, this is a huge landmass, and there's not much to choose from. And then let's go ahead and dissect this one more time by saying that at any given day, we've got anywhere from 50 to 70 people moving here every day.
So
where are they going?
Yeah.
There's only 50 homes available under 250, so those folks are definitely purchasing in different price points. Moral of the story is that the average price point in Raleigh is climbing. And so where it used to be, the fat part of the market used to be that 250 to 3 is now not, it's not the case. And this does not seem to, it doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. So that's a big eye opener for us. Another stat would be that, and you have a little bit more depth and info on this, or at least a little bit more insight on this, but your median sales price in the month of November was $422,000. 422 was the median in all of November. So there are some really sobering stats here. The market is definitely climbing. This area is definitely strong and in demand.
That's absolutely correct. And what we're seeing, I think, just to back that up, a lot of people, again, are wondering, if it's been sitting for a while, can we go under asking? The reality is, again, we have low inventory, but literally, again, these are stats in Wake County in the past month, but up to $1 million as the price of a property, we are seeing, on average, things going over the list price. That means that as it closes, so what it goes out at list price to sales price, it is going over what it went out for,
all the way up to
$1 million. And then you start to see a couple percentage points down. So people those are closing a little bit under asking, but up to $1 million again, where I would say the bulk, beyond bulk,
that's right,
probably 90, I don't know what percent, maybe 99% of the folks are.
That's right.
You are still having to go over asking. And so I think when people say, okay, well, what's the market look like? Are we seeing the type of sight unseen offers that was kind of in the frenzy of when there was a lot of companies that were moving here, interest rates were epically low? No, we're not seeing that. So that's good on one end, but on the other end, what are we seeing is that there are still really big offers that are winning, winning contracts, winning bids.
That's right.
And they're still, a lot of them are going first weekend because, again, the inventory is so low. So
that's right.
I think the market, so this is kind of where I think we could transition,
let's transition
into forecasting. I still think that things are very strong moving into 2022 because of a lot of same reasons that it's always been. That to your point, the triangle is still hot. People are still moving here.
They're moving here. That's
and, large companies are still moving here. There's a lot of investment dollars that actually the economic development of Wake County still has to give. So there's still economic incentive packages that are being really trying to be given to draw and bring business here. So companies will be moving here. It may not be the Googles and Apples, although they're already here.
I know, that's right.
but it's going to be other probably tech centric most likely. And that's going to bring people.
Yeah, it sure will. And think about it this way. Your government, your local government, is investing in this area right alongside of you. So we play the role of investing in our houses. We play the role of putting roofs on our homes and new HVAC systems, maybe quartz countertops and hardwood floors. Those are things that drive our home values. Our local government is doing everything they can to make the dirt under your feet more valuable by making our state more valuable, by making our local cities and counties more valuable. It's exciting to see. It's also terrifying to see because will your price range, will your monthly payment dreams, aspirations, and goals vanish in the purchase market? Will it drive you further and further from your job, perhaps? Will it do these things? We're watching that like a hawk.
Because we know. No, go for it. You had told me. We got news this week from the Fed, from the Federal Reserve, that what, Bryant?
The Fed is going to go up in their interest rates 3 times next year, and that is going to definitely affect things. Now, the question is always going to be, how will it affect things?
Right.
And you made a good point this morning. It's not always going to be, a 1-for-1 realization to interest rates in the home purchasing market, but you will feel it. The Fed is going to increase their interest rates to the banks. The banks will then, almost guaranteed, will pass that increase along to the consumer, and you will see interest rates rise to the public. And so what does that mean? Well, your monthly payments are going to be going up. And if your monthly payments go up, you very much need to make sure that your salaries are going to be able to encompass that increase, or keep up with that increase. And for some folks, that's not as doable, or it's not as easily done as it is said.
Yeah. So purchasing power could be of something to keep in mind. And then two, I think we all know this, but some of these large institutional hedge funds are coming in and buying up single family, even communities in different places. The Triangle being one amongst other metropolitan areas.
That's right.
And
purchasing whole neighborhoods.
Because the rental market is so strong.
That's right.
Triangle Business Journal just reported last week that in Raleigh, a 1-bedroom studio in Raleigh median rent was $1,461. 1 bedroom. So it's still a great time to buy, and I think that's what we always want to drive home.
That's right.
But the reality is,
that's right.
We're not. We also want to be very true to say things are still going over asking. You are having to compete, outbid at points, and keep in mind this too. I think this is valuable to remember. People are listing their homes with agents that are telling them this is the most amazing time to sell. And so what are they expecting? They're expecting multiple offers because their neighbor up the street who sold 3 months ago got a sight unseen offer that was something absurd in the height of kind of the frenzy. So just remember that sellers are still in a place too where they're expecting over asking. They're expecting, first weekend to be under contract. And, a lot of times that can be the case, but again, just as a buyer coming into a market, know that the seller has this expectation. So when they ignore your offer when you go under asking,
there's a reason. There is a reason why. And so could things change next year? Interest rates going up will cause downward pressure on prices. That is a very natural ebb and flow to those things playing in tandem with each other. However, in our not so distant past, we've been in the market a long time. We've seen interest rates go from 2.5 to 4.5. We've seen those increases.
That's right.
And when we've seen those increases in the past, we can almost guarantee buyers to, I hate to use the word panic, but maybe panic and say, wait a second, I need to get in now before they continue to increase and continue to rise on me. Before prices continue to get further and further from me. And so that alone, with the increased buyer activity, will inversely affect that downward pressure that interest rates are having. So yes, interest rates rising, you might see a downward pressure in pricing, but demand is going to offset that, if not supersede that. And then let's be honest, sellers will also be concerned with those interest rate increases. I'm really hoping for some more inventory in the spring.
We need it.
We need it desperately.
We need it. But listen, we have put a ton of numbers in front of you. The most important number is this. I actually don't know the number, but the reality is this has been a banner year for Lovett Properties. Really our best in firm history.
15 years. This was our highest performance.
Our highest performance. And so we've had, that's a team effort, right? The dream work of teamwork, the amount of people, not only the people out there selling, but the admin, marketing, the whole nine. It is a team that puts it together. And so I think this is a great time of the year where we kind of get to look back and be thankful for what we've been graciously given.
That's right.
In the form of, a lot of clients to get to work with and serve and know. And help achieve,
And their trust. Y'all trust us, and that means the world to us. And you guys have been following along, like Sandy opened up with, 44 episodes in. We've been spotty throughout the year at times because the business has been crazy. But you guys have kept with us. You guys have tuned in faithfully. Hopefully, we continue to bring value. So that's the goal. Going into next year, we might change things up a little bit. We always want to make sure that we're doing everything possible to bring you maximum value in these segments. But we're very thankful. Extremely.
Absolutely. And so Yeah, I think we got to wrap it down there because we've brought great content. It's our 44th episode. Christmas is about a week away.
That's right.
And it is our prayer from our team that you would have a Merry Christmas and a time of rest with family.
Yep.
That you would be able to put down work and maybe just spend some precious moments, just having ever good conversation with people that you love.
That's right.
And then we'll be doing that.
That's right. That's
as
right.
we all
celebrating this season in all the ways that it can be. Focused on the reason for that season.
That's right.
And we certainly wish and pray that for all your families as well.
So a Merry Christmas from Love It Properties, but more importantly, from
your two favorite realtors
on the entire internet.
On the entire internet.
Don't forget it. Sandy Roberts along with
Bryant Lovett.
We'll see you guys in 2022. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.